especially for a woman. I don't know. I'm glad I got to experience this in my life. And I guess we'll just, give you guys the details later on how everything went from beginning to end, along with his name, because we still have not done that. But we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, and yeah, see y'all later.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube? So we're back finally with another video, and as you can see, we have our new little mini-me addition to the family. So we didn't quite get everything that we wanted to get for the delivery because it literally happened so fast. But we have some pictures and some little snippets here and there, but we were not able to get the actual pushing and everything that led up to it because it happened so fast. So my water broke at 11:30, and
story time, by the way.
Yes, this is story time. So my water broke at 11:30. I had just got out the shower, and I wasn't feeling any pain right then and there. I wasn't feeling any pain. It was just kind of like my water broke, and that was that. So we called our hospital because, like we said, we did a water birth, a natural water birth, and so we had to call the hospital for them to actually get the room ready. So when we called, I wasn't feeling any pain. The nurse actually was like, "Oh yeah, you sound very jolly. You sound normal." And I was normal for about an hour.
45 minutes.
Yeah, I would say 45 minutes. I started to feel some pelvic pain. Now, remind you, this is our first baby. I've never had a baby before. I've never been pregnant before. So, I was just going off of what other people had expected, or what other people had went through. So everybody says, "Oh, you're gonna feel contractions. You feel them in your stomach, or you feel them in your back." I felt neither. I felt nothing in my stomach, and I felt nothing in my back. It was all pelvic pain. It was all pelvic pain. So I got on my ball, and I just started to bounce because usually that has helped me in the past. That helped a little minute, but not for long. I say I probably was on the ball for about a good
2 days.
20 minutes.
That's what it felt like.
I was on the ball for 20 minutes bouncing. And when we got off the phone with the hospital, she said, "Well, try to get some rest, and we'll see you guys at 6:30 or 7 o'clock." 7
She said if we don't hear from you, we'll give you guys a call at 6:30,
right.
7 o'clock in the morning.
Remind you, this is 11:30 at night. So we're like, okay, cool. So normally what I'm expecting, alright, well, it's just water. My water just broke. Nothing's gonna happen immediately. That's what I'm expecting. So I try to lay down, and as soon as I lay down, it's like, oh no, I can't lay down. Like it hurts to lay down. So I'm sitting. I get back on my ball, because at this point I can't lay down. It hurts to lay down, and I know how important it is for me to get rest. So I don't want to just be up active, wearing all my energy if I'm gonna need it soon. So I get on my ball again, try to bounce it out, lay it out, just ride the wave, like what we're taught to ride the wave. So we're taught to ride the wave. I'm riding the wave, and it gets to a point where I can no longer sit.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. I can no longer sit down. So at this point, I'm standing up. So I kind of missed some parts. So after I started to actually feel something, we called the nurse back, and I told her, what did we tell her?
But you're starting to feel contractions.
Starting to feel contractions, and I think at that point I had lost all of my mucus plug. Right?
Like right after, like I got off the phone, and she was still. I was still in the bathroom, and she came in, and like it just all just dropped all at once, like by far the nastiest thing I ever seen in my life.
He was actually about to throw up. He was about to throw up when the mucus plug dropped. So that was the second time we called her. We called her back. We called her back when we lost the mucus plug. She said, "Oh, that's normal. That's normal. It's completely fine." She said, "You want to look for if your contractions are 5 minutes apart for at least an hour." 5 minutes apart for at least an hour. So we said, okay, that's the pattern that we're looking for. 5 minutes apart for at least an hour. So at that point, that's the part where I'm no longer able to sit down. So with this being my first baby, where's Bob? With this being my first baby, I'm not really sure what to expect. Like, I'm not experiencing the normal contractions. This is something different. So another disclaimer is I have a really high pain tolerance. So I'm telling myself, you're only in the beginning. Like, you're only in the beginning. This is not even the worst part. So I'm waiting for the worst part of my contractions.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. So at this point in time, I'm waiting on the worst part of my contractions. I've already had at least about a good 30.
Yeah.
I already had about a good 30. They were coming very fast, but we were looking for that pattern. And we downloaded this app that was supposed to help us like time the contractions and keep up with the intensity. So like I said before, I'm not really sure what's the worst. I'm waiting for the worst. I'm waiting for me to be in tears. I'm just waiting for that. I'm like, okay, when I know I'm crying, then that's when I know I'm ready. I wasn't crying. I was just like, just taking it, I guess, and screaming it out. So that's when it got scary, I think, for both of us, because I'm in a room, I can't sit down, and I'm feeling all this pressure, and it got to the point where it was one contraction, and it felt like, all right, I'm getting to the top. It feel like it's coming back down, and then it just go back up. Like, it was like two contractions in one. And so we called her back. And what'd she say?
She was like, okay, can you guys be at the birthing center at like 2:30 a.m. something like that?
Right.
Yeah, 2:30.
So 2:30. At this point, this is what, 3 hours later?
Yeah, right.
3 hours later, and they say, okay, we'll come in to the hospital at 2:30. We said, cool. We put on our stuff, put on our clothes. Remind you, his bag is the only bag that has been packed. We had so many plans. We was gonna like tie the finishing touches. We was gonna go ahead and get our stuff ready for our bag that day. We was gonna go ahead and just get the extra stuff. Yeah, you can use that. We was gonna go ahead and just get the extra stuff that we needed. We go in at 2:30, and we go in at 2:30, and at this point, before I left home, I had told myself, I'm gonna get me some medicine. I'm gonna get the medicine. Like, I did this long enough, you know. If this is just the beginning, because remind you, in my head, I'm only 2 centimeters, probably not even that, and it's the beginning in my head. So I'm like, if this is the beginning, I don't even want to feel the end. I don't even want to feel the middle. If this is the beginning, I'm gonna get the medicine. I made that up before we even left the parking lot out here. We go to the hospital, and they had to come and get me out the car because I could barely walk. I could barely walk in. Mind you, it's all pelvic. We get in, and she says, okay, let's check you. I said, is there anything y'all can give me? Because what medicine can y'all give me? What can you give me? She said, well, we can give you Motrin or fentanyl. I said, I'll take the fentanyl. And she tried to tell me, you know, what the risks behind the fentanyl are and all that. And I'm like, that's fine. I'll take the fentanyl, please, ma'am. I said, I'll take the fentanyl. Like, I want the fentanyl. So she says, okay, before we give you the medicine, let me check you. So, okay. I get up on the table, and she says, you're about 6 centimeters dilated.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
And we both was like, we looked at each other like, 6? Our birthing plan was initially to, all right, plan A, go through with the natural water birth, and plan B would be, okay, if I'm not 5 centimeters and I ask for medicine five times, then I won't go through with it. So at this point, I'm already 6 centimeters, and it's 2:30. They get us in a room maybe an hour later, and she says, okay, the only way I can give you the fentanyl is through an IV. So she's looking for a vein on my hand, on both of my arms, and my veins have disappeared. She couldn't find a vein to give me any medicine. So that plan went out the window. Didn't get any meds. So she says, well, let's get you in the tub. You'll feel better if you get in the tub. So they fill the tub up, and I get in, and it does feel a lot better than what I was feeling before. The pain wasn't completely gone, but it felt a lot better. My body just felt more relaxed, and I was able to just release some of the weight. And she said, well, let's check you now. Let's check you again. So this is like an hour later. This is probably 3 something now. And she says, oh, you're 9 centimeters. So I went from 6.
It's like at 3:45.
I went from 6 centimeters to 9 centimeters in an hour. And when she said, oh, you're 9 centimeters, you only have a little cervix left, I couldn't even help myself but to push, because I just couldn't hold it anymore. I couldn't hold anymore. I couldn't hold him. He was there. I had to start pushing. So I probably pushed for 30 minutes, I would say, because he was born at 4:08 in the morning. 5 hours of labor, 30 minutes of pushing, and my little baby was here, just like that. Just like that. And I had my doula. That's the male doula. Shout out to my medulla here, who held it down. You want to talk about your experiences?
Sure. Well, first, when everything was happening in the house, I felt so useless. I couldn't do anything. Like, I literally was just standing there, and she would put her arms around me or her arms on my shoulder, and like just yelling. Like, I'm talking about yelling. I'm just like, bro, what is going on? So
probably scared.
So we left. We got. So another thing is, so when we found out about the hospital that we were going to, we never really like looked up where it was at. So we're driving, and where her OBGYN is, the doctor's office is like right around the corner, or the hospital is right around the corner. But we didn't know that, so we pulled up in the parking lot where the OBGYN is, And I'm on the phone with the midwife. She's like, yeah, you got to turn here, you got to turn. I'm like, mind you, we're lost. I'm just like,
Lost.
and she's in the passenger seat still yelling. I'm just like,
Trying to keep my cool because I'm
gracious.
like, why is he not reading these signs? Why is he not reading these signs? I'm trying to keep my cool at this point.
I'm just like, whoa. We got inside. She had to sign some papers. She couldn't sign it, so she's laying down on the bed. But they have her on her side, so she can't really close the legs. And
I don't
put
want
one
to
on top
close
of-
my legs.
So I'm telling you, it's about like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'm holding her leg up. I'm like, my arms reach muscle failure. They shake, and I'm just like,
And I let go all that weight.
like it was dead weight.
I let all that weight go.
I was just like,
That
oh my
leg
God.
might as well detach itself because I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it and focus on what I needed to focus on. So how was it when we actually got in the water for you?
No, it was pretty calm then, but like even with like how things was going, I just was like, I couldn't even think to like pull out the camera, set it up, start recording, this and the third, because like everything was happening so fast.
So fast.
We got in the water. She got settled, probably was like in the water for like 2 minutes. She was like, all right, I'm gonna check where you at and see how far you coming along and stuff like that. When this lady said 9 centimeters, like my eyes almost fell out my head. I was like, what is going on? Like, can we slow down a little bit? Like, let me catch my breath, like something. So,
And I immediately started praying. I was just like, oh Lord, Jesus help me. Just help me, Lord, help me. Because I knew it was time. Like it was no going back. This was it. Like this was it. But luckily being in the water, I actually dozed off probably like 3 times. I dozed off 3 times. Because it's just a sense of relaxation and just those down times in between. I dozed off 3 times. So she actually ended up good job. She actually ended up bringing in a doula, a real doula. They brought in so many people in the room because they were, I don't know, I guess they were just awed or amazed at just me being able to. I really just got in the zone, to be honest. I just got in the zone, and I knew it wasn't a traditional birth, so I knew I wasn't gonna have a lot of assistance. I knew it was all on me. So I just got in my zone, and I just let my body did what it needed to do. Like, I'm a woman. This is what I was born to do. So this is what my body is designed to do. So I just let my body do what it had to do, and I just tunnel vision in. And he came at 408. He was 6 pounds and 15 ounces, 21 inches.
and now he's asleep.
And now he's asleep. He does that about 16 hours a day. But I guess you guys have waited long enough for his name. Let's talk about where his name came from. So his name actually means we have some meaning behind his name. We have 2 different meanings behind his name. I have my own meaning. He has his own meaning behind it. But we want his name to be very different and
Unique.
yeah, because
Different.
I feel like our situation, our whole relationship was just a very unique case. A very unique case between me being in college and him being in the military, and then us being over 2,000 miles apart for such a long time and still being able to pull through and push through
And make it
with
work.
such a strong relationship. So our baby name is Theory Adon Smith, and with Theory, it stands for through our endeavors, our relationship remains yearning. And that just means through everything, all the obstacles we faced, we've stayed,
grounded
and focused and tunneled in on what we both wanted. And we just got this little blessing along the way. A blessing along the way.
Took like some pictures and stuff. Some little pictures. We have like a little video from at the hospital of us talking after and before. So we're gonna put all that in here right now. Alright, what's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? We're at the hospital. Little man about to get here. Let's see what's going on. Alright.
What's up, YouTube? We did it. 7-hour labor.
It's not no 7 hours.
That's what they say.
She said 5.
No.
Anyways, we did it. Last night was like crazy fast. Everything happened like so fast that we couldn't even really record nothing because it happened so fast.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
They got a mess out of me.
Yeah. But little man's here. Mama's healthy. Little man's healthy.
Strong.
He's getting some
He came on out.
some milk.
All natural. No meds. Hard body. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Hard body shit.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, mama. It's crazy. But the room is actually nice though. Y'all check it out. Look. Alright, a little tour. That's the room. Got all that stuff. And that's the tub where everything happened. Got a little bathroom in there. I don't want to step in there. The light gonna turn off. That light's bright. And then got a little bed. A little feeding going on. You know, nothing too crazy.
What?
Yo, shit.
Like shit?
Yo, shit.
You lying. What's up, YouTube? So, we about to go home and checking out, packing up the room, and I feel good. I got on my belly binder, holding all my biscuits until the biscuits go away.
What's up, YouTube?
Yeah, I'm ready to eat per usual, and this was really some type of experience, really great experience, especially for a woman. I don't know, I'm glad I got to experience this in my life. I guess we'll just, give you guys the details later on how everything went from beginning to end, along with his name, because we still have not done that. But we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, and yeah, we'll see you later. Okay, and one more thing before we go. I just wanted to let you guys know that I have just started my new clothing online boutique, and this is one of my pieces, one of my sets. Still healing here, you know, gotta get rid of my baby fat, but it's one of my sets, and I'll be able to drop my website below or in the description box, so y'all go check out my website and shop with your girl, you know, become a girl, it girl galore. Be